W's and L's, the weekly recap show where we give a dub to the things that we like and an L to the things that we don't. You want me to go first again? Or you want to go first?
I feel like you double up. Like when I go, you be like, "Are you gonna go?" And then when I don't go, you be like, "Oh, I'm going again."
Nah, bro, you got it.
Okay. Short list this week. I'm going to give a dub out to Michigan's men's and women's basketball teams, both having a very, very healthy showing. Men's losing here this past week to Villanova in the Sweet 16. Not the round of 32, whatever the hell that means, whatever that is. Not the participation award, but, fifth year straight to the Sweet 16. And
participation award is definitely the first round.
I'd say the round of 32 teams is pretty participation-y.
We won a game.
Yippee!
There's 32 teams that didn't win a game.
Like the first week is basic, or that Thursday game is basically like, not the play-in, I'm sorry. So that first Friday is basically just like introduction. It's like, let's get something.
Not to say that I'm happy about losing in the round of 32, obviously, but I'm just saying participation trophy is literally all 64 teams, I would think.
I don't feel like 32 is any better than 64. Now, when you get down to the final 16 teams, now that feels like those are the best teams in America. 32?
I'd say Final Four.
There's a lot of parity in between 1 and 32. Not so much in between 1 and 16.
I guess. It really just means you won one extra game.
Sweet 16s mean a lot more than round of 32s. It's not even a thing.
Sure, but round of 32 means more than round.
This is for the Michigan's basketball team and Michigan's women's basketball team.
I didn't take the shot. You took the shot.
No, you took the shot.
You said at least we didn't lose in the round of 32. I didn't take a shot.
Why did I say that?
I don't know.
Why did I say that?
Because you saw me do this, maybe? I don't know.
Why'd you quite physically took the shot. Like,
I was upset that you guys didn't win.
No, you weren't. Anyways. I hope the view was comfy.
Okay.
But the women's team made it to the Final Four, and that is the first time from any women's Big Ten team since 2018, I believe. Check me on that. But yeah, it's been a minute. So shout out to Nas Hillman and the women's team for still being in there. Jawan and the boys. We'll be back. Anybody worried about that? We'll watch Hunter go somewhere in the lottery for sure. Somewhere top 10. Somebody need a big. Shit. The Lakers can get their hands on Hunter Dickinson. I take that. Cause old paper mache bones over there I don't know if I can count on him for 25 games next season.
Yikes.
So
big yikes.
I'll take a big that can shoot. Kyrie Irving
gets a dub.
Gotta get a dub, man. Regardless of how you feel about his vaccination status or, his thoughts overall on COVID or the guideline, whatever. Stay down. Stay true to his guns. And in this time where a paycheck seems to be all that's needed to walk you back from your COVID denial claims, you know who I'm talking to. Hey, Kyrie, he stayed down. I just think it's so funny that people try to make fun of the fact that he just wouldn't take it, and they make little of it, and then, what research do you do? Ha ha ha, blah, 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 blah. They made light of it, and it's like, I'm just glad that he stuck with his convictions because they have nothing for the people that have walked it back. You got nothing, you got nothing for them. You let them off. You just want to be able to make fun of people in the moment because nobody really cares about the retraction.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Nobody really cares about the evolution beyond the initial point. It's just rant and rave at the opposite end of your opinion, even if there's nobody standing over there anymore.
Plus, the Nets are still a playoff team. So.
No, they can do some damage with Kyrie playing all 7 games now.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be deadly.
Yeah.
Still haven't seen your boy. What the fuck is going on with that? Who went to Brooklyn in lieu of James?
Oh,
Harden
Ben
leaving?
Simmons. Ben Simmons. Yeah.
Yeah, you forgot he was even there.
I sure did.
Nigga ain't played basketball in so long. Like,
are they not just going to get rid of him?
What is the deal? What were you doing that entire time that you weren't practicing? Like you legit weren't practicing. Yep. That's what y'all bought, Brooklyn. I'd have stayed with the beard, man.
1,000%.
I'd have stayed with the beard. I ain't fucking around with this nigga.
I mean, but we knew that before the trade. Like, it's fucking Ben Simmons. What were you going to get out of Ben Simmons?
I think they thought like we thought. Like this is just a ploy to get out of Philadelphia. Like, so he might have actually like been messed up mentally and like couldn't get out of bed because I cannot fathom somebody giving up game checks to sit at home.
Yeah.
And not be ready to play basketball at any given moment. Yep. That just doesn't make any sense to me.
As it shouldn't.
How are you paying representation and they allow you to sit around to give up game checks and not be ready to play the minute that you're traded? Now, that's the one thing that I could say is the difference between James Harden and Ben Simmons. He pulled all that shit in Houston, but the minute that he got traded to Brooklyn, he was ready to play. He was ready to play. It wasn't I need some time to get my head together. My back hurt. It wasn't none of that.
No, he showed up.
He got ready to play.
Yep.
I had to give a dub to Ketanji Brown for her exchange with Josh Hawley in the Senate confirmation hearings for her Supreme Court seat. That seemed like she's going to get. Josh Hawley is this clip that's gone viral, and it kind of pissed me off because when I seen it, they literally only gave me Hawley's long ass tangent, right? And so roundabout, Hawley's talking about her sentencing of a specific individual who was charged with sexual assault, and that Ketanji said nice things to the man and showed some mercy to him and talked about how people in his condition don't necessarily get any compassion in this country, and that she was sorry that it caused him and his family so much trouble what he did, right? And was like hammering it home on her and was like, yeah, why are you so light on criminals? Who you don't care about the victim? Blah 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 blah. You only gave him 3 months, right? And so that's all I had seen at first. Mm-hmm. And of course, Twitter, the cesspool of information. Oh, we got to talk about this. The retweet said. And so then now I scroll down through the thread because that's what you got to do sometimes, guys. You got to look for information to see the response, to see what it is that she said back to him.
You know what's crazy is the tweet that I saw was actually somebody saying, "Oh, this dude just got all up in her." Some stupid shit like what?
I think it was a retweet of that.
It could have been.
It was probably. I think it was a retweet of that tweet.
He just dogged her out or some stupid shit like what?
Bruh. Okay, and then her response is, "Well, Congressman, it's Congress's decree that judges have a level of discretion with these type of charges. See, it came up to a vote in Congress. Congress left it that way, and it hasn't come up in a vote again, right? So the only reason why there's any type of discretion to be had in, talking about cases with dealing with sexual assault is because of people in your room, in the halls of your workplace. People like you. Furthermore, if you look at any judge in the country, I don't know, pull a fucking name out of the hat, and you choose that specific charge, you will see the same level of parity between the offenses because you have specifically left discretion in the charging. So, of course, you should see varying degrees of sentencing because that's what discretion means. Goes on to name all the different factors in which are to be considered, the circumstances, the living circumstances, the history of the perpetrator, the violence dealt to the victim, what their life looks like afterwards. Multitude of factors all weigh into that. But the point is, you weigh 100 cases in a year, and you're told to use your discretion on all of them. Of course, anybody's going to be able to pick out any one of those that they don't like and say, hey, look, this is an example of who this person is.
Yeah.
You ask them to judge in this way and then beat them over the head with it when you have your opportunity. Well, it's your responsibility to give and take discretion away when we're deciding how to carry out these laws. Legislative branch. It's not the judicial branch's job. I guess we're giving a civics class here. But it's not the judicial branch's job to determine how the laws are carried out. They just carry them out.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was really weird that I also seen a clip of Lindsey Graham afterwards going into this whole spiel and then her having to repeat herself, basically, because apparently he didn't understand either.
I guess Supreme Court justices are in charge of how the laws are carried out. She's not a Supreme Court justice yet. The case you're talking about was just a regular old court case. So, all right, on to my L here. I got a lone one, but it was a doozy. Clarence Thomas is having one of the worst weeks of any black man in America.
Wow.
Yeah, because not only is his white wife being called to the table, but she's batshit crazy. Like QAnon.
Oh, like, Lord, yeah, that alone
won the election level crazy.
That alone is nuts.
For sure. Like, and then to make matters even worse, because they've gotten a hold of his text messages somehow.
Uh-oh.
She reached out to the former chief of staff in light of the what was going on? Something. Let's just say one of the multitude of things that the Trump supporters are upset about. But she wrote to the former chief of staff and basically was like, clean the shit up. The wife of a sitting Supreme Court justice.
Say, what fucking power does she have?
Writes a letter to do her bidding.
Okay.
Yeah, so my boy got to be going through it right now. That's to be.
Does he though? He knows what he married.
Yeah, but I don't think he ever thought he would have to explain her crazy in public. Being a Supreme Court justice. Fair.
It would explain his craziness when he did all that sexual harassment. No, it doesn't actually. It doesn't actually. But I tried.
I don't. Hey, Clarence, you having a rough day, player. You having a rough week, and I ain't got nothing for you over here, player. But good luck with that.
He clearly deserves the L. But worst week for a black man when he knows what the fuck he married.
Well, who's having a worse week as a black man right at this current?
Good point.
Who's having a worse week as a black man than Clarence Thomas?
Mark Lamont Hill, because he didn't get paid.
Yikes! Yeah, it's Mark Lamont Hill and Clarence Thomas and Charles Blow.
Yeah. Yep.
They don't like each other, but they band together to get their checks.
Yeah. Yep. That's it.
Yeah, I'm out.
All right. So I'm going to start off with some fun, I guess. I'm going to give a dub to Drewski. Drewski's been having me laugh the entire week. I told you a little earlier about the live streams that he's been doing on Twitch, where he's been having celebrities go on blind dates with just completely random people.
Mm-hmm. You told me about Amber.
Brittany Renner.
Brittany, there you go.
Brittany Renner.
Brittany Renner, yeah.
Yeah, she was awful, but
and then dogged Lou Williams. Girl, that was your next hook. That's your next BD.
But she didn't know it was Lou Will.
Bozo, you supposed to have the roster on your phone.
I'm actually surprised Lou Will decided, yeah, why not? I'm gonna date Brittany Renner because he knew it was Brittany Renner.
You're supposed to have facial recognition software on your phone that tells you if the person that you're talking to is in the NBA.
Well, to be fair, Drewski and the other co-hosts kind of gave hints that it was an NBA player. But I think she was thinking like maybe it was just like some nigga on the bench or something.
And he'd be taking applications for sister wives. You over here playing.
Yeah. Yep. And he's got lemon pepper wings on deck.
On deck.
But the Tiana Trump one was pretty entertaining. I mean, as it obviously would have been. I mean, she's an entertaining person. the porn star.
Oh wait, they're friends. Renner and her are friends, right? Okay, gotcha.
Yep. So entertaining, obviously. Well, a lot more entertaining than fucking Brittany Renner. She was unbearable. Jesus. But other than that, he also does Instagram lives, which I don't know if you've ever seen. Could have been records, where he goes on live with people who basically show a talent, and then basically he just fucking makes fun of them. He had one guy that was on there that was fucking dancing to B2K, which is absolutely nuts.
No, the fuck he didn't just put no B2K on.
You know you messed up when you let me in. You told your best friend that you wanted me. Then you called me. Said that you were looking for a guy like me. So I said, hold on. I don't want unless shorty really wanna have some fun. But she said I'm going on what's what you want. When I call you, don't try to front.
Oh, no, the fuck he did it! No, the fuck he did it! What the fuck? Somebody said, is that Duke Deuce? Oh! Okay, hold the fuck up, Backstreet Boy.
Absolutely nuts. And then one person who claimed that Soulja Boy stole everything from him.
No.
Yeah, like he came onto the live in the Soulja Boy get up from the Crank That music video, the sunglasses and everything.
That shit from him.
Yep.
What up, bro?
Oh, I know this is gonna be good.
You see what the fuck going on, don't you?
Oh, I know this.
The real one.
I thought you was Soulja for real.
I am Soulja Boy. They stole my whole swag. Stole my whole. That's my. This happened back in 2007, bro. 2007.
It's been like 50 years.
It's funny, look, bro. This is my shit, bro. I deserve all that.
So are you claiming? You saying? Tell me this. You saying the dance, the look, or the
thing, bro? This is authentic, bro. Like this been me. I've been big. Why you think he changed the name to Draco?
If you want to put out a, oh, this got the towel. Oh my God, bitch. If you want to put out a word to the community, what?
Stole my whole shit.
Hilarious though.
Somebody need to investigate that. Cause see, when Soulja Boy said it, y'all made fun of him too. But everything Soulja Boy be saying come out to be true. Now, what if this dude is true?
Probably not though.
But what if?
Could be.
That's what we said about him and Drake.
Yeah. No, that's basically what the whole shtick was from that. Man, but it could be.
Who knows, bro? Who knows?
I'm going to give a dub to Chance the Rapper because he's
Chance
back.
the motherfucking rapper.
He's back. I haven't heard the new single yet.
Yeah, he's back.
I haven't heard the new single yet.
Whatever that means for Chance.
He dropped the new single. Haven't heard that yet. But I've heard his feature verses on a couple of new projects. And he's spitting, bro. Like, why are you against him spitting? I want to know why you're against.
I haven't heard it, but I just feel like I don't have faith.
I can't speak to the new single.
I don't know what Chance is back means. What does that mean? Like, New Day Chance is back? Well, that just means Chance
not from
made
what I'm
another
hearing.
album.
It doesn't seem very poppy.
Coloring Book Chance is back. Oh, well, yeah, I think that sound left you, fam. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit.
I want to say it's closer to acid rap.
Shut
Chance.
up. Shut up. You lying.
No, but they're feature verses.
Because he's not doing drugs, and that was druggy music. And we're never going back there ever again, and I've already accepted it. So that's why Chance is not
right.
back.
But it's druggy music versus gospel music. Like, is there not an in between?
Sure. He can't find it, but sure.
I mean, all he has to do is not rap about his wife and gospel.
We'll see. We'll see.
But to be
we'll
fair,
listen to it.
I guess
see.
my issue is, to be fair, they were feature verses, so it's not exactly what
not
his
his
sound is
project.
going to be
it's
for
not
the
his
new
project.
album. So I can't say what
to
his
say
next
that
album.
he's back because we liked a few of his features is like,
But he's spitting, bro.
okay.
Again, can't talk about the single specifically unless you want to listen to it.
Play it.
Later.
Look, man, I'm not saying that he wasn't spitting. I'm not saying that the verses weren't good. That was not a good song.
I think as a
Like
single,
that was just not a good song. Objectively, not a good song. The bars were fine. He sounds like he can still rap. I didn't hear any wife bars. Yeah, no.
starting to get a little bit into the music.
How about give me some of that energy while you rapping?
That's the only thing I would say is that it was very low energy.
Like it was like
for 2 minutes.
I don't really want to fucking be here, but I know you assholes are gonna keep talking about me not making music if I don't drop this. So here.
I think out of context, that single doesn't work very well. I think in the context of an album, that song could work. Actually,
I'm about to say
well.
maybe if that's part of some broader concept, but like
I think he's at least learned that pop ain't the way. The TikTok songs ain't the way.
it's like if you. No.
Can we at least give him credit for taking a step back on the pop side, the TikTok side?
Yeah, it wasn't as poppy. I guess it was fine. I just that
Low
is not
energy,
what
though, for
that's
sure.
gonna. If that was what was getting you excited for a chance being back, that didn't
Now
do it for
again,
me.
the songs that I've heard are not that low energy.
Okay, all right, yeah, it's different.
Definitely way more high energy than
Yeah,
that.
that
Sounds like
wasn't
he
good.
just woke up and then came to the studio and
For
laid
sure.
some verses down.
Yeah.
But I have to think that's in the context of an album that's going to sound better.
Yeah. Agreed. We'll see. I mean, it can't get. It can't be
Worse
all that
than the
much
Big
worse.
Day. Can't be.
Can't be much worse.
My question is, where's the Push album? That's
Niggas got time to make whole diss tracks to
For
fucking
Arby's.
but where's the fucking album, fam? I stopped saying you ordered Diet Coke. That's a joke, right? Like last month. So
something. And he's confirmed that it's half Kanye, half Pharrell. So I'm even more excited.
well, then he got to come on, man.
Like, I thought that was going to be a thing where it was going to be like, oh, well, it was going to be half Kanye, half Pharrell, but now it's changed. No, he's still confirming that. So,
Bruh, your name is Pusha. Push the product, nigga.
1,000%.
Shit.
1,000%.
Dope.
Drop the album.
Drop it today! Drop it today! All you gotta do is drop the album!
HBCUs and their current funding issue that they're having, I mean, besides obviously being criminally underfunded, and the fact that Howard faculty has to strike to get better working conditions, and the fact
students
that
had to strike to get, was that Howard that they were striking because of the dorms were so terrible?
yeah, like Howard is like
Going through it.
yeah, and then students of HBCUs have amassed up to $1.7 trillion in student loan debt. Like,
Which,
just
let
from
me guess,
all,
is more than any other demographic in America.
1.7 trillion?
Yeah.
I would think. Like, it's just
Probably.
from all angles, this just seems to be a monstrosity of just problems plaguing HBCUs. Deion Sanders had issues recently because no NFL scouts came to pro days for Jackson State.
I think some of them did, but they were like, there was a handful that didn't show up.
Was that what
And it was just like, so y'all can't come to Jackson State on a day that there's no scheduling conflict. He probably did it purposefully to make sure that all 30 teams could attend.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all show up to Mississippi State and send all 30 teams.
Yikes.
All due respect to the what are the Mississippi State Bulldogs? Does
That sounds
sound
right.
Okay. All due respect to the Bulldogs, but what the fuck is in Mississippi State that's not in Jackson State?
Legit.
What's
Couldn't
going
answer
on
that.
in Mississippi State in terms of development that's so much better?
They're literally
than what
one of the
Coach
worst
Prime-
teams in the SEC.
Rather than what Coach Prime got going on at Jackson State. So let's stop with the
Bulldogs, yeah.
Let's stop with the BS, man. Definitely, I thought that was a commendable shot. Commendable shot. I early on when he first went there, I was like, okay, he gonna do a year or so there, and he gonna bounce and try to get him a Power 5 job and maybe NFL later on.
No, he seems
He
pretty committed.
seems so committed, and that it just feels good, man. It feels because he has other options. He could make more money. He could make larger splashes.
Especially a person like Deion Sanders, who seems like he would be, no pun intended, primed to search for the spotlight.
Built for Power 5 football.
Yeah.
He is built for Power 5 football. And if and when he does decide, if or when, I won't say and, I'll say if or when he decides to leave Jackson, I think it will be a better program for it.
Mm-hmm.
No longer when you think about HBCU football programs do you only think of Grambling.
Yeah.
Or North Carolina A&T, or just the handful of black football programs that you can actually think about. Now let's insert Jackson State. Yeah. Now let's see another prominent black coach who would probably have his pick of high profile coordinating jobs in the NFL, or mid-major head coaching positions or high coordinate positions in the Power 5 in college football. Why not go be the head guy at the HBCU and build something?
Absolutely.
And build something. Show your worth over there. And I appreciate, Coach Prime for blazing that path and showing people that it's doable.
And doing so quickly. It's been what, a couple years?
It's only been a couple years.
Yeah, that's amazing. But yeah, I just feel like as a whole, HBCUs have this very clear problem, and it just doesn't seem like anybody's there to do anything about it. Say, a vice president or a president who
don't
seems
even
to
start, bro. Don't even start with all those empty promises. Don't expect anything from that way.
Not that I am, but somebody's got to step in and do something.
Now I know Howard does have some very prominent alums. So let's reach into them coffers now.
Yeah.
Let's not get too cautious with our pocketbooks.
I would think somebody will want to do something for the betterment of these HBCUs. And it just seems nobody gives a shit.
Of course they don't.
It seems like we don't give a shit either.
It's the B.
It seems like
the B is the problem.
Seems like the B's. I mean, the B's who are involved very obviously care. Mm-hmm. But I didn't go to a HBCU, but I want to see some sort of change happen.
The problem is that just like most state universities, it's federally funded. They are federally funded. And the only way to completely get out of this problem of, having to depend on the government for our, post-secondary education is to go private. Well, but now you've just made the vast majority of your prospective, studentship, you priced them out of it. Nobody has time to pay for education. And if you do, K through 12 education, nobody has time for that. And if you do, then this is probably not an issue that would affect you anyways.
I mean, there's already clearly a problem in affording regular HBCU schools, so making them private would just make that problem even worse.
No. So you would have to start privatizing, I feel like, not just I just got mixed around. You would have to start privatizing the colleges, in which now you don't necessarily privatize black colleges. Are you going to have the same relationships with guidance counselors and things like that from the high schools that you were typically getting? Mm-hmm. See, right now, being a state university, it's like, oh, well, we got all these city schools in this state. That's a direct pipeline for our schools. We go out there and we recruit and we, we give certain amount of scholarships guaranteed to these school districts, and it's a steady pipeline. Going private, now not only are you expecting people to pay for their educations in full, with a few exceptions, but you're also narrowing the scope of admission as well. Mm-hmm. And so that is it's a dangerous trade-off for taking some of the last standing black institutions in education and segmenting them even further, So
I would agree. I wonder how long it's going to take. You see people like LeBron doing tremendous things in education. I think he actually just recently got a donation from, I can't remember who it was. He just recently got like a large donation for the I Promise School. You see things like that, and you just wonder how long it's going to take to transfer over into things like black colleges and things of that nature, so that we can get some of our black students educated properly.
J.R. Smith was on with, was it Brandon Marshall? Was I an athlete? Okay. Mm-hmm. And he was just talking about how like we got all these people in our community that has made it out for various reasons, right? And it's like it's so much money in between so few individuals, but there's no concerted effort. There's no unity. There's no mindset to want to help. Really. Like, we say it and we buy turkeys on Thanksgiving and shit like that, but, like, no one truly wants to take a part of their earnings and dedicate it towards pulling other people up. You just don't.
Yeah.
Because even the donations that you make and the publicity, donations that you make, or the publicity things that you do to garner support, that comes back to you. I'm not a fool. So, like, no one actually wants to dedicate part of their life towards making the whole better anymore. Otherwise, you would see more I Promise schools. You would see more schools like the one Jalen Rose has in Detroit. That's I think that's a public charter school.
I Promise is public, I think, too.
Is it a public school? Okay. Yeah. It's just, I fuck with that a lot. Yeah. I fuck with that a lot, and I liked his perspective on it because it's true. We do have individuals that if they had the right motivations and worked together, you could slowly start to see an improvement in certain areas or around certain issues.
Yeah.
But it's the survivalist mentality that has evolved itself to in so many different ways, right? You have the people that have made it and have become successful, but still have a survivalist mentality that understands the type of dissonance they had to pay towards their people and their struggles to get there is the type of dissonance that they have to maintain to keep it. Right? Mm-hmm. So that's a successful person. And you have the person who's never really made it out of their neighborhood, and they feel as though they're betraying their roots or their lineage or their history by making too much money. Right? Mm-hmm. Sounds silly, but that's somebody's reality.
Yeah. Yep.
So that a survivalist mentality only teaches you how to make it to the next day. It doesn't teach you how to build for 20 years from now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I would agree. I don't know the answer, but I'm looking forward to hopefully see us seek what answers need to be made in order to preserve some of these HBCUs.
For sure, man. Give us your thoughts on the HBCU funding crisis in the comments below. What do you think?
Make sure you subscribe. Like I said before, we love to talk about just different black injustices. And make sure you obviously comment some of your W's and L's for the week as well.
Definitely forgot this was a Dubs and L's video. Give us your Dubs and L's in the comments below.
But make sure you subscribe. We like to talk about W's and L's as well every Wednesday. And make sure you tune in.